the morning DNA for December 20th, 2021. I am Aaron Dice, the man of a single black shirt. She is Danae Hughes, the woman of a million distractions. And we're here to find out what this morning is made of, because what things are made of is often called their DNA. And we are this morning's DNA. There you go.
Danae and Aaron.
Sometimes you just have to explain it again for people who may not be on the inside.
The N stands for no. Or
Today, no Aaron. Yep.
Or
yep. No Aaron.
Nickel.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Danae, no Aaron.
That's right. That's how it goes. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this Monday before Christmas. I remember I panicked everybody last week by saying Christmas was next week and really freaked people out. But today you should know. Today you should kind of be more in the headspace of, the holidays are here and Christmas is coming and New Year's after that. It's a Saturday this year, right? Christmas and New Year's are a Saturday this year. So that's actually kind of a bummer, right? For most people, because then you don't get the extra days off during the week. And
I mean, the hope is that, your employer would allow such wonderful things as to have an extended holiday
right.
vacation. But that's not always the case. No, this is when you hope that you have PTO or something and you can kind of get it in before other people. If you were the one that put in your PTO in February, for December, then you got it. You get to have time off. But if you realized in November that you're screwed.
Then it's a little bit worse. JCD being nice, saying Danae looking beautiful, Aaron looking refined. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
I'm sporting. I'm having sprouting.
Maybe they're
glasses.
sprouting. Do you grow your glasses from your face? Is that just how that works for you? That's amazing. I didn't know that was one of your many gifts. You just grow your eyewear. That's
As
incredible.
a druid, I have the ability to grow things,
new glasses.
sprouting
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
I am sporting new glasses today. I actually am doing this thing. I don't know. I love it, but then I realize as I'm saying it out loud, I'm probably going to sound like an old person. So here we go. But I actually have two pair of glasses now. I have my working at the computer glasses, and then I have my everyday glasses.
Right.
So right now I'm wearing my new everyday glasses, and I can tell immediately that I want to switch to my workspace glasses because they have this type of glasses called workspace now that they are really good for close-up kind of work, and they also reduce blue light. Something
like from screens,
like
right?
Yeah,
like from computer
so
screens.
they're sort of built for just this sort of activity. And these glasses now have different levels of prescription at different places in my field of vision. So it's a little bit different to be sitting here, but I like them anyways. I also just ran in from outside, and so I'm gonna be getting comfortable. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll switch.
De-scarf, de-vest, whatever you need to do.
I feel like what's it? This is the Fred. No.
The Fred?
No. Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Fred Rogers.
Oh.
I'm doing the Fred Rogers thing. In Mr. Rogers, he changed his shoes and his cardigan. I changed my glasses. That's what I do.
I see.
I sit down and Fred Rogers it.
You were pointing at the little nose thing, and I thought you were calling.
I was moving it.
No, I know, and I thought you were saying. So I have to. So now I am this Fred, and I thought you were calling the little nose things Freds, and I was like, is that what they're called? I had no idea.
No.
They're not. They're not.
Anyway, so yes, I do have new glasses, and there's also a comment that the picture that we use on our live show visually, which for those of the podcast listeners, once again, you can join us across multiple platforms, which we usually share at the end of the show, but you can watch us on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
Are we still on Twitter?
Yes. Yeah, on new Twitter Live. It is no longer Periscope. It is now Twitter Live. So, yeah, the Aaron and Danae Twitter and the Aaron Dicer Twitter. We have not set up the Danae Says Twitter yet. So, you can if you want. But there are plenty of places to watch. So,
So the picture that's on there, there was a mention too, like Danae's hair looks really, really red. Well, that's because I used to dye it. That's why it looks red. It's actually not that red. It'd be really cool if I had super, super red hair like that, like Fifth Element style, but I don't.
Like our friend Ian, like if you had like, he's not even here to defend himself. Poor guy.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Poor guy.
Hi to my Twitch chat. Thank you guys as always for joining on our Mondays and some days shows. We have so much going on. Real Monkey says, I just got my COVID booster jab.
Nice.
Now for a cup of tea and your stream on the television. Well, that's cool. I'm on TV, Mom.
I mean, it's kind of television, right? It's the new television.
It counts. Yeah, 100%.
Slap says, has it been that long since I've seen live Dicer? Didn't know he went full Grizzly Adams on us. Yeah, this is the getting healthy beard. It is my own motivation. I don't like having a beard, by the way. It's not my favorite thing. I like being clean shaven. So I'm using it as incentive to get healthier, lose some weight. Every 15 pounds I shave. By the way, I'm getting close. I am getting close. So what I've decided to do actually is I'm going to shave it to what's called an extended goatee now that I'm 5 pounds away. So when I get 5 pounds away, I'm going to do a facial hair style for the last 5 pounds.
You making up these rules as you go.
Hey, it's my game.
It's delightful. It's my game. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's going to become this thing where it's just like, okay, so technically I've lost 1% of a pound, which means I'm going to take this tweezer.
I'm going to tweeze this
one hair.
No, I can assure you whatever rules I make up will not involve tweezers. I can assure you that this will not be part of the game.
Oh my God. Was it you that told me the story of pulling out a nose hair?
I pull my own nose hair sometimes. Yeah, I will do that when I'm bored.
I thought, I'm thinking of something else. I just remember where it came from. All right, chat. So this is a gross story. I'm going to make it quick. I was talking with a friend once, and the conversation did start in the pulling your own nose hair category. That's where it actually started. But they pulled out their own polyp.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they didn't know what it was. Which, Chad, if you don't know what a polyp, know what a polyp is, yeah, it's essentially like it's something that you shouldn't pull out. But it was like, and then they thought that they had pulled out something from their brain and they were dying. And it was the greatest thing about this story that isn't happening now, and it can't, is that the person who told it is a professional comedian. And so this story lasted for like 12 minutes.
Nice.
And you don't know where it's going, and it's taking all these turns. But by the time that you get to the end, which I've told you, and I'm not going to repeat it, I was so mortified that somebody would have, the balls essentially to pull something out of their nose that they can feel tugging really far up into their head. But here we are in COVID days where people are doing COVID tests in their living rooms, sticking things all the way up into their. So it's like we live in a strange world now. And that is where my story went. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I probably should have kept that one to myself.
No. That's amazing.
Hey, Aaron, quickly recover. Move on.
Move on to something else? Okay, Jagged says, Aaron, don't forget to measure yourself too. Sometimes you don't lose weight, you lose inches because you're also building muscle. I'm very aware of this.
Which is why his second game is.
So I've added a secondary game about inches from my waist.
No, he does. He
I'm
measures
growing
it with his
my
belt.
armpit hair. I shave my armpit hair every time I lose an inch off my waist.
Oh no.
You don't even want to know what I do with body fat percentage. But yeah, no, it is one of those things where I have a slide belt, like a cinch belt, right? So I don't even have different notches. But I'm already cinching it about an inch tighter than I used to. So I'm definitely losing inches. Yes, exactly. And in fact, the reason my beard has grown this much, I think, is because I started doing more actual workout, weight work, building muscle, and the body goes through a just kind of a stasis that happens when you start doing that. And it's just now starting to kick in and drop pounds. And I've lost like 10 pounds in the last 7 days. So yeah. So my body's like, okay, we're doing this. Go ahead. We don't need this anymore. Get rid of it.
Crazy. Just a reminder, everybody loses weight differently. 10 pounds to Aaron is so different than 10 pounds to me. 10 pounds to me, if I lost 10 pounds in a few days, they'd be like, Danae, are you well? Are you okay?
That's why really you should talk about a percentage of your body weight more than actual pounds. And honestly, you should talk about body fat. Mm-hmm.
Body fat.
Body fat percentage. It's probably what you should talk about more. But yeah, for sure. Hey, you ready to shoot a dough? You want to shoot a dough? I'm going to take that as a yes. We're going to head into the morning DNA and you. So we'll do a D topic, an A topic, and as many U topics as we can get through. So Danae, kick us off. What's the D topic for today?
I wanted to know what you guys have in your life, like what your role is during Christmas parties, planning, and celebrations, because I'm still trying to figure mine out. Life changes, things change. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, podcast listener. This is not for you. I have a little visual.
Oh, okay.
For Christmas. People to see these things.
Oh, that's like a little. It's not a snow globe.
It's like a snow globe.
It's a snow gazebo.
But it's a snow zebo.
It's a snow zebo.
Yeah, and it lights up. Except for that, I ran it for so long that I've already killed the batteries on it. Sorry about that. Anyway,
it lights up too. Nice.
Yeah, so I am still trying to figure out like what my new role is. I feel like when I was growing up, I knew what it was. You show up, you open presents, you eat food, bada bang, you're done, And then as life goes on, you're dishwasher person or your chair put awayer, and you're kind of an assistant to the boss, whomever the boss might be. But every party needs to have a boss. Every gathering needs to have somebody at the top that's kind of like, here's what we're doing, here's the plan, for food, all that stuff. And as life has happened and as time has gone on, I know that I'm a really good leader and I know I'm a really good planner, but I always have to have a partner or I get spiraled out. And as time has gone on and I can't partner up with the existing system and new ones are being made, I've totally spiraled out. I don't know what my role is. And I'm in this really interesting place right now in my life where I don't care. And it's a wonderful thing, except for that stuff still has to get done. So somebody has to care. Or nothing.
I have entered into the apathy stage of my existence. And boy, let me tell you, it's so beautiful not to care about stuff.
No, I'm not talking about life in general. I'm talking about party planning specifically. Because I am invested in the final product. I do want to know that there's going to be food on the table and that anyone who's coming is going to have a good time. But the process to get there, I'm like hands off the wheel. And if someone doesn't take it, this van is crashing and I don't care. And I don't know how I got here. Sort of like, okay. In the movie where they do those car crashes and then they slow it all down like slow-mo. So like the whole car is like tilting and you've got kind of glass flying around. It's like I'm in the back and I'm just like happy. And I'm like, I don't know how I got here, but I kind of love it. I kind of love that I don't know what's happening. I don't know what we're eating. This is how Thanksgiving happened too, by the way. I don't know who's coming. I don't know when they're going to be here. I don't know where they're sleeping. I don't know if the laundry has been done to accommodate that. But you know what? Someone's going to do it. And if they don't, well, by golly, we'll just figure it out when it's an emergency because I have not actually allowed my brain to create space for event planning this holiday season.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's trauma involved. Like, let's get into the psychology of this. Sure. Maybe it's stress, but it's really nice. Like, I'm super happy. Is everyone else stressed out? I don't know. Am I asking? Nope. So as we get near to Christmas and I'm thinking about people coming over and presents needing to be wrapped and all this stuff, this year, I don't know my role. I don't know if I don't think I'm the planner anymore. Maybe it's just this year. Maybe it's just 2021 where this is just my thing. Maybe next year I'll pick back up where I was before. I don't know. But I wanted to talk to you guys, chat.
Well,
I feel like
it sounds
everybody
like
kind of has
it.
a role. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
Yeah, no, it's nice to let go a lot of that stuff. This is how I live my life, right? Like only putting stuff in my brain that I feel like I have to do.
What happens if nobody says, I'll do it?
It's okay. It's all right.
It's
if
so
it needs to
great.
get done, it'll get done. Like, yeah, I'm totally with you. Finding where that line is always an interesting, fun thing.
Like people show up on
total.
Christmas Day and you're like, why are you here?
Well,
That's a
that's my
problem.
role. That's my role as the Christmas party planner, is to say, why are we doing a Christmas party again? What is what is this?
Oh, no.
Yeah, we've actually never done that. We've never done a Christmas party. It's interesting, and we'll get to some of, by the way, your responses, which are great, here in a second. But Christmas parties, or Christmas for my family, has always been about our immediate family. My wife, myself, our children, spending the day together, eating food together, laughing, opening presents, playing with presents, all that kind of stuff. From the very beginning, my parents and her parents were like, Christmas is yours. You don't have to see extended family on Christmas. Make that a special day for you guys. And we're kind of telling our kids that as they get older too. Like, once you kind of have your own family unit, do Christmas with just you guys. Don't worry about us. So we've never done like the Christmas party thing. We've gone to other people's Christmas parties, but we've never hosted, because we've always seen it as an intimate, this is our, core family time to really bond and that kind of thing. So, yeah. So it's interesting for us.
Yeah. Like my role before and everything used to be definitely on the planning side, or I would assist with planning. I don't really want to. I don't want to.
You don't have to. You don't have
and
to.
apparently
There is
don't
no
have
rule.
to, because guess what? Thanksgiving was a success.
There you go.
We maybe
But I've seen you during
we
parties.
maybe forgot the stuffing, or and so someone had to go to the store last minute to see if we could get stuffing put together. But it would have been fine without stuffing. It would have been fine.
I've seen you at your. I've seen you as a host of a party though, and you are nonstop helping people out, finding what people need. Like, it really.
I am a host now. I do
you're a
the
great
day
host.
of. I turn it on, and I don't just sit in the corner scratching my butt.
Yeah.
Well, I do that, but
Occasionally,
privately.
but yes, right.
I go to my room for that.
Right, yes, of course.
And then I wash my hands. I disinfect everything.
Sure you do. JCD says, usually I'm the cleaner decorator when it comes to Christmas prep, but this year, if we can have Christmas Eve, then I'm going to be shifting to cook.
Ooh. Are you cooking everything, or do you have like people coming with potential to help? Because we usually have where people bring dishes, so that way you're not responsible for everything.
Yeah. Lolly says, host/mom of the group. Does everyone have a drink? Does anyone need more food?
That's nice. Yep. Or the person who jumps in is like, are you done with this? Because you're going to have 7 rounds of dishes.
Yeah. Just keep the dishwasher running all evening.
All day.
Yeah.
Real
trash,
Monkey says,
keep trash going out all day.
Yeah, all day. Real Monkey says, my role is cooking. I did a full roast dinner at the weekend for my wife's family. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. Well done.
Elizabeth says, I'm usually the helper, just being the host person, right-hand woman.
And don't we need one?
Yeah, that's a good place to be, for sure.
Yeah, especially if the helper, by the way, hi, Elizabeth. It's good to see you. The helper is one of my favorite roles to be, especially if the helper can absorb your brain powers and instantly know what you need. Like, I love a helper who, if my eyes go over to the other side of the room, my helper's like, I'll go get those dishes for you. What do you mean? You know what I'm looking at? Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of helper. I want me. I want to duplicate me.
Nice.
Because I'm a selfish person.
Slab says, when it comes to Christmas, I just bury my head in the sand and wait till New Year's. All right. Fair
okay.
enough.
Yeah.
Fine. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jagged says, we're fortunate that Grandma always hosts Christmas Eve, so we never have to host anything, but we're a big Italian fam, so we all end up helping her in some way throughout the day. I've heard tell of these Italian family gatherings.
Do you ever,
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Because I do.
It seems like maybe it's just that thing in me that's like, why dream about something that can't be true? Well,
sure, but
find
maybe
satisfaction
someday.
with myself,
I know. Guys, this is what it's like. When Aaron and I forget
we haven't even
that
said the thing, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know what Aaron's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. We could be talking about
wanted to
different
be in
things.
an Italian family, wanted to have a different, background for a family, and
okay, we were close. We were really close. Mine was just to be able to go and experience it once.
Yeah.
Or twice.
Okay.
Yeah. I just, part of me wants to say like, no, that's dumb, because my version of watching, it's like watching television and seeing the Italian family celebration.
Mm-hmm.
But I really would love to just go and just be immersed,
or just
in
like
different.
sit at the table with like a family from Boston, like
Yeah.
just as they like destroy each other around the
Really
table.
just any kind of family where there's like true immersion into like their culture. I think that'd be really exciting.
Or just like a big Canadian family where just everybody's super nice to each other and
Apologizing
the
whole time.
Sorry.
I don't know if that's actually true. I wonder if
No,
they really do apologize.
basically we
as
have
much.
just entered the cultural stereotype
stereotype.
portion of the show. Yeah.
Real Mikey says, if I'm having a party, cooking the meal, usually a turkey. If I'm just going to a party, I bring some wine or booze or snacks and try to convince their pets to live with me instead.
Yeah. No, see, here's my thing. I try to convince their pet. I do this with Danae's dogs too. I try to convince their pets that they would rather live with me, but I'm not going to take them, like, leave them wanting, more and wanting me to come back. So that's what
amazing.
I try to do. Yeah.
Lolly's got it here. She says, Danae, your new role is fine. Christmas doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be happy. And honestly, that's kind of what it is. I realized, like, I want to be happy, truly happy. And so if I'm in situations that stress me out for too long, then my mood starts to sour other people's mood. So if somebody else can be the lead, even if I have like the better idea in my mind, or the better plan or whatever, that doesn't mean that that's the only plan. And I started to really think about this when I became a parent. And I'm going to watch Iris do all kinds of things very differently than I would. And I don't want to police her way of doing things. There's so many ways to arrive at the answer. And it's not math. A party isn't math. It's not like there is one quote unquote correct answer and you show your work and there's lots of ways to get to the solution. It's a party, and it can be whatever. The party is the people. The party is the memories that you make, the laughter, the conversations. And if I'm spent and stressed and can't be present for those conversations, then what's the point, right? So I don't know if I was getting stressed and then just naturally pulled back or what. And maybe I'll think about that. And I have some potential like digging into my, my mind to do, as we all, I hope, do, like turn a little mirror on myself and kind of do some reflection. But what I do know is I'm really happy because I just like wake up. It's like, hey, we're doing the thing. Cool. I get to experience it. And then I have the energy and the presence to be there for the people, which is what we're here for, right? We're here for community. It's not about the presents. And if the food tastes like crap, it just becomes a great story.
Let's see. Lolly with some insight. Used to date an Italian. It's just all day food and wine. That is what I hear. Yeah, just a lot of food and drink and hanging out. So, and honestly, aren't we all kind of that way? Like that is one of the most difficult things. Like as I'm figuring out, like eating less calories, all that kind of stuff through the holiday season. Just being like, my wife just cooked like 7 different kinds of Christmas cookies over this past weekend, and they're like all over the house. And I'm just thinking about people I could take a bunch of them to and just get them out of my house. So now several of them are at Danae's house. So yeah. So and then there's food all day Christmas, and lots of our traditions revolve around eating a lot of calories. That is for sure.
Well, this has been fun. Thanks for all your guys' insight. I know also that holiday seasons can just be straight up stressful. So I like to hear how you guys are going to be in your space.
Nice.
It means a lot. Okay, Aaron, you ready for yours?
Yeah, let's move into the 8th topic. On the heels of Danae saying that it's just about being together, it's not about the presents. Let me ask a question completely about the presents.
Perfect.
What is the most expensive gift you've ever given or received? How about the most meaningful? Now, I ask both these questions as a way, of course, to have us all think about that those are completely different things. And often the things that cost the most money aren't necessarily the most meaningful. And sometimes it's the stuff that didn't cost anything that's the most meaningful. But I am curious, like, what is the most expensive gift you've given or received? This also comes from a place that I recently saw a commercial for Lexus where somebody is presenting their loved one with a $50,000 vehicle for Christmas. And I'm just thinking, who does this? Like this is not a thing. Like,
sure it is.
Apparently it is. It's all a matter of perspective, I guess. But,
$50,000. What would I do with that today? I would just all into my mortgage.
Yep, wipe out a bunch of mortgage debt.
Just wipe out mortgage debt.
We are very boring adults.
God, we're boring.
I go on a trip. I buy one of those flying suits. You put it on my body and I go leap.
Nope.
All right. Well, there's about $400.
I go to New Zealand.
What do you do with the rest?
New Zealand,
Yeah, in New Zealand. Oh, yes. I do want to travel someday, but got to pay off the mortgage first, I think.
Oh, my God.
The adulting in me.
Like, everyone leans in, like, God, what are they going to do?
What are they going to do with $50,000? Yeah.
Mortgage.
It's all going to the bank. Anyhow, yeah. So it kind of comes from that idea. And I was kind of thinking in my own life, like, I haven't given a lot of super expensive gifts, but this year we are doing something, which I won't spoil for my children in case they are listening, that will be, I think, the biggest amount we've ever spent on them. And so it just kind of got me thinking, what is that for you? Do you remember stories or times that you've given or received an expensive gift and or a meaningful one? Either way you want to take it is fine.
JCD says most expensive. I don't remember. Maybe art I commissioned for my D&D group.
Okay,
that counts. Okay. Most expensive received was a car for Christmas. It was the record player my mom bought me that I needed. I need to use more often. So you got a car once, and then for Christmas you got a record player.
Got it.
Holy crap. A car. Yeah. Man. Those are good gifts. I've received a car too, and that might be the most expensive thing I've received was a car from my parents.
Real Monkey says the most expensive would probably be Mrs. Monkey's engagement ring. Nice.
That is so sweet. Mm-hmm. I love you. Would you like to marry me? Here, wear my debt. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Wear a symbol of my debt around your finger.
God, we were so happy when we paid off my ring.
Yeah.
It ended up being so much more expensive. It was a good lesson.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have a big one. It's not like I have a huge ring.
But those diamonds cost money.
Yeah.
We paid, my parents took on the debt for my wife's wedding ring, and I remember we paid them off about 5 years after that. It felt nice.
I just want to point out real quick. Slab says, read that as a ring from a place called Mrs. Monkey. I'd be worried about the quality of that.
Nice. Let's see. I wanted to mention this one from Real Monkey as well. Received probably where my wife arranged a holiday to Krakow for my 30th with my parents. It was a lovely trip. That actually probably is the most expensive gift I've given, was when I surprised my wife with a trip to Hawaii.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. And that was over Christmas. Like that was a, kind of a holiday thing. So yeah. Although sometimes like we have two celebrations we've given each other gifts for over the years. One is around the holiday time, and then the other is what we call Anna Birthers Day, which is anniversary, birthday, and Mother's Day, like all right around the same, all jumbled up into one.
Mashed together.
Yeah. So happy Anna Birthers Day. Yeah, exactly. Although birther has become something completely different in our culture now, so that probably doesn't work. Let's see. Ooh, I like
Lolly
that
says, first Christmas in the States, my husband bought me an electric piano. That's so rad. Mm-hmm. He knew I missed being able to play music and hadn't shipped my guitar or keyboard over here. It was hugely expensive, but has brought me so much joy. I did not know that you played piano.
There you go. Both expensive and meaningful.
There was this person on Twitch. I think I rated into her a couple weeks back, and I believe she's live now, Venus World. And she plays an electric piano, but it looks like a grand piano, like a miniature grand piano. It's this beautiful white piano. I've never played. Okay, I've ding, 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 ding on a piano, but I've never been a piano player. I never really learned how or anything like this. But seeing beautiful pianos just makes me want one because they're so pretty.
Yeah.
it's like if you were to ask me what's one of the dumbest things you could ever purchase for yourself that's really expensive, it would probably be a piano.
Especially when you don't have somebody that plays or, plays well.
Nobody.
Just every once in a while somebody hops on the bench and plays chopsticks and you feel like it's worthwhile.
So here's the extent of my piano playing. My mom and dad, we've always had a piano around, whether it was something that was at the house that we purchased or like we moved like the really big heavy ones that they were stand up. And I did practice piano when I was growing up a little bit. Again, nothing to be excited for. But we had a electric keyboard and it had one of those preset options where you could push a button and it would play like the demo of what the piano could do, sort of thing. Rather than teach myself to play that, I taught myself how to mimic that I played that. And when people came over, I would press the button and I would pretend like I was playing this really elaborate piece. And they would be so impressed with me. And at the end, I would tell them that it was all a trick.
That's amazing.
That's the extent of my piano playing is just trolling people.
I can still play some basic songs. The only two-hander I can still play is Amazing Grace. I learned Amazing Grace, when I was growing up and taking piano lessons, and it's the only one that's ever stuck. Or maybe it was Just As I Am. It was one of those hymns that they play when the preacher wants you to come to the altar and talk to Jesus. I think it may have been Just As I Am. But I still remember it to this day. So
I'm actually having piano playing memories that I totally forgot that I had. Like I used to actually make up songs on the piano. Imagine that.
No, that doesn't sound like you.
Imagine me
that doesn't sound like you.
Music.
Or your daughter, who I was driving around. My wife and I were driving around showing Christmas lights the other night. And she just started making up a song about the Christmas lights, and it was the greatest thing ever. I was
she's great at it.
And then later she threw something at me, and I was like, she is so Danae on every single level.
Oh my God, we make up songs all the time. We make up songs all the time together. Yeah, this morning she was singing about missing her daddy, and she was like, and then by the end it shifted into her going, oh, where has my daddy gone? I'm really proud of her. A clever girl.
Nice. Clever girl. Real Mikey says, I'm a huge superhero geek. The most expensive and meaningful Xmas gifts have been superhero statues or props like Kryptonite or Wonder Woman's tiara and bracelets.
Ooh.
Very nice.
That's
Very
awesome. Nice. Jagged, my mother-in-law bought my brother-in-law a PS4 the year it came out.
Okay.
But he bought his own. So guess who has two thumbs and got a brand new PS4 for Christmas?
Nice.
This guy. I'm pointing at me. But the most meaningful was the year my daughter Lily was born. My wife did a great job keeping that a secret. Oh, she just kept it a secret and told you on Christmas.
For Christmas? That's amazing.
What? That's crazy.
Amazing.
I couldn't keep that to myself. I immediately just spilled the beans.
We have given puppies. I have given puppies on Christmas.
That's a horrible gift.
To my own family who I know desperately wants them and I have to help take care of. Not to somebody outside of my home. You are right. Giving somebody outside your own home a puppy to take care of is terrible.
Have this incredible gift of responsibility.
Here have this responsibility and severe pain about 13 years from now. Just
when it will die.
Yes, just take it into your home.
You will love this intensely and have an incredible bond, and then it will die.
And then it will go away. Here, learn all these life lessons.
Congratulations. Of course, my daughter is just wanting one of my dogs to just go away, die perhaps. She doesn't understand what she's saying, and she's not saying die, but she definitely is like, can we just get rid of one of them because I want another one just like the one that I like the most?
Yeah.
Kids, people.
Have we done this one from Elizabeth yet? The most expensive gifts I received when my ex gave me front row tickets to see Pink.
Cool.
One of the most meaningful ones was a trip to several countries in Europe from my mom. Oh, both of those are amazing. Immediately fighting envy on both of those. That would be amazing to see Pink in the front row.
When you can give a gift like of memories like that, I was given tickets to see Taylor Swift, really good seats to see Taylor Swift because her parent, the girl that was going, she didn't feel comfortable driving, all the way to the major city and back in one night. And so they kind of were like, we can't go. Can we pay for you to go see Taylor Swift and drive? And I'm like,
yes.
And those are really fun, those concert memories. But
oh yeah,
that trip to Europe, man, that's amazing.
Yeah. Let's see.
The question here, TZV, is what is the most expensive gift that you've ever given or received, or even the most meaningful? That's the question right now.
Another one from Real Mikey. Most expensive I've given and possibly most meaningful in the same gift was to my ex's parents. I had the blueprints to their house renovation framed. That's nice.
Wow.
I
thought you were going to say that you built them a house.
That would be a lot.
I was going to be pretty impressed. I mean, I'm already impressed with the gift, but that would have been next level.
Castro says, my most expensive I've been given is my Xbox One. Most meaningful is the Bible I was given when I was baptized. Very nice. Let's see. It's a lot of good answers.
Yeah, this was really sweet. TCVI says, I bought my brother a PS4 as a college graduation present, and the most expensive I received was probably the PS2 for Hanukkah when I was in middle school. You know, those gaming consoles are expensive, but they're fun. They're really fun. You guys
have a PS5 over there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My husband does a great job so he's really good at fantasy baseball. And so he joins these leagues where they have payouts at the end, and he usually gets a nice payout, and then he'll save that money and he'll put it back into the next season, but then he'll put the money aside. So we've never really had to take money out of our account for like bigger items like that, because he's just got bank.
Yeah.
From all of his baseball knowledge.
Danger Sweet says, I bought my girlfriend's old AIM friend a ticket to come to the UK from the US. Remember AIM? I remember AIM. She'd known her online for nearly 10 years, but they'd never met in person. Convinced her we had to pick up the package from the airport.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's amazing. That's fun.
That could have gone so sideways, and yet 10 years of friendship, you kind of have the confidence to go, this is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Yeah. That's so neat.
Yeah, totally.
And then you that's right. I bought a person for you.
No, Danae. Danae, no. That is not how we verbalize this transaction. Lolly says, our first anniversary, I had the song from our first dance, David Bowie, printed as a sound wave and framed it. I love that idea. As somebody who works with sound a lot, I have thought about sound wave tattoos of like important names in my life or people in my life and that kind of thing.
Sound wave tattoos look really, really cool until you're 20 years advanced into the future. And then it's just like, there's no way. It's just a blob.
I see what you're saying. The detailed leads or whatever.
Gone. Yeah. The more that time goes on, I really want to get another tattoo. And I've had many, many ideas over the last years of what it would be and where it would go and the symbolism and all this stuff. And I used to have a very specific idea in mind, but the more that time goes on, I think I would just do another I would just do a black and white tattoo. Not white,
black
but,
and
like
white?
Black and gray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like the
Grayscale.
traditional tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than color.
Yeah, because I've just
the color fades so much.
Color fades so fast, and it looks so cool. But then you really have to just consistently go get it touched up. So I think I've landed on there. Now it's just finding the right artist and then traveling.
I'm getting my first tattoo next week.
Next week?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Gonna get my wedding ring tattoo finally. So,
I thought it was the face one. Okay, that's cool.
Wait, what? Yeah, see, what I've done is for every inch I lose off my waist, I get a tattoo on my face.
Oh my God.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm just going to get like a double-banded wedding ring around my ring finger. I know from all those who have tattoos, I know it's one of the most painful places to get a tattoo. I've heard that. I'm well aware. But
yeah. Okay. Well, get on it. I've got a couple of tattoo ideas as well. My problem is that this isn't a problem. The way that Danae is, it's fine. I like who I am. I follow really, really incredible artists on Instagram. And so I my next tattoo will probably be traveling to
somewhere to get it.
Someplace to get a tattoo. Just because I don't know that I want to go to my local shop. No offense to my local shops.
Yeah.
8 says to tattoo the beard.
No, not happening.
Slab says live stream the tattoo.
I could do that. Sure.
Lolly says wedding ring tattoo. Wait, I thought the DNA audience agreed on melting your wedding ring into a nose ring.
Both things are possible. Why is that an either or?
You two should pick tattoos for each other.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, what would you pick for me? I would pick a wedding ring tattoo for you.
Oh, sure you would. Yeah, sure you would. And then I agree with it. And once the contract is signed, out comes the real idea. I would do across your wrist. I would do a what is it? A Morse code for iris in Morse code across your wrist. Mm-hmm. So. Because you already poo-pooed the sound wave idea, so I thought I'd do Morse code instead.
Yes, way to pick up on the clues. There was this episode I remember being shown. I don't think I ever watched it, but I remember being shown this clip of the Friends episode where Phoebe gets a tattoo. Mm-hmm. And it's just the needle touches her, and then she's like, I'm done. And then she's like, it's the Earth from really far away. I imagine that's kind of what the Morse code would look like. It'd be like, so it's really, you have to kind of like squint to see it. If it's right here, I guess it just depends. My wrists are so tiny, so to do a tattoo around my wrist would not take much effort. So something in Morse code makes sense.
Lolly says, this is how Aaron ends up with Kermit tattooed on his butt cheek.
And Slab says, Smurf tramp stamp for Aaron.
I guess I could put Kermit on the other one. I mean, Miss Piggy's on one of them already, so I guess that would make a lot of sense.
Oh, no. I did like the idea about the incentive for Patreon. Jagged says you should record it and post the video of Aaron's tattoo experience as a Patreon bonus incentive.
Sure. Why not?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Sure. It doesn't seem that hard to imagine, but it's it ain't happening.
I'm curious.
Do you want to imagine Kermit on my butt? Is that something we're all trying to imagine right now?
Your actual tattoo, not Kermit. Your actual tattoo. Look,
I thought you were saying.
Butt tattoos, from what I understand, don't have one. Aren't that bad because it's just flesh.
Yeah, it's not painful and nobody really sees them.
But tattooing directly onto bone is a different story entirely. Right, I really do wonder how you're going to manage the it's not just pain, the sensory input that you're going to have. I really do wonder how you're going to manage it. So who's going to go? Who's going to be there?
Found my butt tattoo.
Oh my God!
One on each cheek.
You cannot put fur on your butt. That is not okay.
Listen, you know that's where they would live.
Oh my God! No! I can't stop you.
No,
just knowing that fur would be on someone's rear end, guys. Chat. Someone in chat's gonna put fur and Varky on their body. We can't stop it from happening.
All right, it's time for the you questions. What do you want to ask us? We've got a few minutes left here. So, anything you've wanted to know, every question is fair game. Feel free to throw it out there. Just put a U at the beginning so we can focus in on it, and we will do our best to answer as many as possible in the U question portion of the show.
And while I wait for you guys' questions to come in, this one's from Jagged. Please, 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 and I can't stress this enough, don't post Aaron's butt tattoo.
Hey, come on, man.
Jagged.
Don't butt shame me. Don't butt shame me.
It's fine. It's fine. Who's going to go with you, Aaron? While we're waiting for you questions, who's going to go with you? For my wedding ring tattoo? Yes.
My son, I think if I can make it work, my son Justin wants a tattoo, and I think we're going to go get tattoos together.
Do you know what he's going to get? Can you share?
He wants a die. He wants a die, so one dice, with the number 2 on it on his heart. So like, because he's he's the number 2
son.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, that's meaningful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I think. Yep, just like that. Yep.
So I wonder if they can position it to where you can see the 4.
No, he doesn't want the 4 and the 1. He doesn't want the 4 and the 1 because that's his older brother's thing because he was born on April 1st and he doesn't like.
So is he gonna do the 6, 3 and 6?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Otherwise,
see
it's just going to be a square with a 2 on it. Listen, kid, I don't want to shame your ideas, but duh. No. You can put something else on there, like on
like
the side of the die, like
something.
symbols
sure.
or something.
Yeah.
All right. Was he researching? Did you research where to go? Are you going to make sure these people can do straight lines? Do they know how deep to go? Have they watched a lot of reality TV shows and they know what does and does not
that's
last?
the thing, because these are simple, I'm not too worried about where we go. Like, unless, that look. Oh, man. Should I be? Are you seriously telling me there are like official tattoo places with tattoo artists that's their job that will mess up straight lines? You're telling me that? Well, then help me. Help me
Chat,
find somewhere to go then.
No. Listen, chat. I'm going to let chat weigh in on this one. I would like to have other people's opinions than my own, considering I'm
not asking for
really
a photo.
picky.
I'm not asking for a
really picky
photorealistic picture of Sam carrying Frodo up Mount Mordor. Like, like this is,
What an interesting scene to select from your imagination. Okay, so the question is, can people mess up a straight line? A professional work in a professional tattoo studio, can they mess up a straight line?
Yeah.
I will let chat help me here because I don't want.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. Then I may not be getting a tattoo this week if I've got a bunch of research to do.
We'll get to that again.
All right, let's put our heads together.
That at
We'll
the
put
end.
our heads together. All right. Real Monkey says, "What are you hoping for this Christmas?" A straight line on my tattoo. That's what I'm hoping for this Christmas. Just 2 straight lines. That's all you need to do. Just 2 straight lines around my ring finger. That's all I want.
Guys, I have to educate my friend here, which is great. Like, I can use my nitpicky knowledge, but I'm glad to see him back up in chat. What am I hoping for Christmas? I don't actually want anything for Christmas. I'm in a really amazing place. I think the only thing that I feel like I should ask for Christmas that's like goes above and beyond my current needs is I continue to try to get clothes for my wardrobe. So seems lame, but after having Iris, my body changed a lot, obviously. And now that it's been 4 years, my body has morphed back into what I think will be its final form. I don't know. Not entirely sure.
You are going to continue to age, but
I think from here on out, I just get more like wrinkly and saggy from here on out. So I should still fit into things. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm slowly replacing clothes that were just like, yeah, I'll just get this because I don't know. And I want to get ones that are going to be the kinds of clothes that I can have. Because before, my wardrobe, before Iris, I had that wardrobe forever. My shoes I kept forever. My clothes I just kept forever. So I need to build up my wardrobe a little bit. But I don't mind wearing, same things over and over again. But yeah. So it's lame. Like, I just want clothes. But I don't want people to buy clothes for me because I'm super freaking picky. So
yeah, that's a weird place to be, right? Yeah.
Give me money.
Yeah,
which
that always
sounds lame, but
it always works.
Professor says, why ask about tattoos and then be surprised when fur ends up on someone's rear end? You're not wrong. I shouldn't be surprised. But also, who would want fur on their rear end? Can we show the picture again?
No, listen, no shame. A lot of people have fur on their rear end. It just, fur grows wherever fur wants to grow. Like, wait, are we talking about something different?
Now let's move on, I guess, real quickly. Let's just go to the next one.
Castriff says, how do you feel about Christmas music in stores and other public places? I like it more than most people, I think. I'm totally fine with it. I don't have a problem with it. I think because it is ubiquitous, because it is everywhere, there is this thing that happens where certain songs will tweak you. And so it's almost like everybody has their 2 or 3 Christmas songs that they're like, when that comes on, just throw something through the speaker. I don't want to hear this song again. So
mine is Feliz Navidad. What's yours?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, mine is Christmas Shoes. Which is just
Christmas
terrible.
Shoes. Nah, yeah. That's more like Christian radio.
No, no, it's not.
Did you hear it on?
Oh yes. That song plays everywhere. Oof. Yeah, it's no bueno. That's no bueno. For sure.
No, I'm with Aaron on this one. I second that one. This one's from Milwaukee. DNA, not a question so much as an appreciation. the turnaround from live stream to audio podcast is just a couple of hours. And I got to say, it's nice for the audio audience to be able to hear the show so quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much.
We have our podcast audience in mind because they're our originals, and that's
they're
kind
OGs.
of our I try very hard to make sure, even when we talk about something visual, to try to include people. And the format's different these days, so we have transitioned more into a visual show with you guys, and I love this new iteration of our show. It makes a lot of sense to me, and it's something that we've been dreaming of for a long time. So
we continue to dream. We have dreams of how this show can continue to evolve, and it's been a really interesting journey. We're going on 10 years this next year. We will celebrate 10 years of Shoe the Dough, Danae, this next year. So that'll be exciting. But yes, we continue to the show continues to evolve at its own pace, and we love it that way. It's something very meaningful and special to us. And let's go on to the next question before Aaron starts tearing up.
I'd like to accept this award on behalf of my mom. Sorry. This comes from Tyler. Have you ever wanted to talk to people about something but you can't, and it's kind of driving you crazy? Like, for example, Spider-Man: No Way Home. Yeah. This happens to me regularly with either content that's come out, something that is going to come out on YouTube that I'm really excited about that I can't tell anyone about, a gift. There's all kinds of things. I love to talk about things as soon as I think about them.
Yeah.
Because they leave my brain. There's something about sharing in the moment that's just that spark of excitement that you can't really duplicate. And it's very, very difficult for me to be patient. I've learned that there is some benefit to patience.
Yeah, but you're talking about something also about the way your brain works, the way you work as a person, and we're all different. And from the moment I met you, you are a very in the moment person. You love the moment. Like right now, your dogs are doing something, and so you're pointing to them. In the video, this is when we say the woman of a million distractions, that's kind of a funny little way of saying it. But that's actually about living in the moment. Those distractions are just because you are in your moment, and there's something happening in your moment that you need to give light to, that you need to process, that you need to think about.
You know what? I also have restraint. Right now, this earbud needs to go back in its container, which is in the other room, and it's driving me crazy. But I'm not going in the other room. I'm staying with you.
So this question, I think, Tyler, is a big one for Danae, because this probably happens to you a lot, where it's just like, I'm thinking about it now. Why can't I talk about it now?
Like a tattoo. Yeah. I want to go get one now, but you know what? It's not a good idea. Here's a question about a tattoo. Jagged asks, which cheek would you put fur and which would be Varky? I would go.
If you want to do the picture,
I think I would go on the right cheek. Would be.
You're touching your butt to do this. I can't believe you're actually reaching towards your rear end.
And then on the left
to decide.
Would be right. It'd be left cheek is fur. I have to make sure that I'm like trying to visualize. Like when someone's looking, it would have to. Oh no, wait. I would want it to be where like when I show my butt to someone in this scenario, in this alternate reality. When I just drop my pants down, that you could put the picture side by side and it would match. So,
then that would be fur would be on the right cheek.
Fur would be on the right cheek. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Fur would be on the right cheek.
Great question, Jagged. I really appreciate that. JCD, what are traditions you have started this year that you plan to continue as long as they're conceivable? He has two. The quiz days on the Discord, and a friend whom every morning I send a song to her as a wake up song. That's cool. I did have like a little mini trend for a little while with a Moco maid. Derek was sending me the weather every morning for a little while, just sort of as a joke, and I really loved it. But the kicker was he was sending me the weather for where he lives, which is in Philadelphia. So it didn't help me any.
Nope, unhelpful.
But it was really funny too, because he would also send along like a photo of his dogs, and it was just like this fun way to stay connected. And I really did enjoy that. So that's one. Another tradition, I guess, that I started this year, I don't know if it's a tradition as much as it is just like a routine, is streaming. And I really want to continue to stream. It's been really, really fun for me. I have a couple of streaming things that are going to be starting probably really soon, like into the new year, where I'm not just going to be streaming my storytelling through the role play community, but I will also be doing more Dungeons and Dragons, which is storytelling as well. And then just some straight up gaming with some friends of the internet, because I continue to meet really incredible people. And I also want to start doing interviews with people too that I stream with, because the personalities behind the streams are really fascinating to me. And I have a couple of ideas that I'm really excited to share with you. So that's maybe not a tradition, but more of a routine. I don't usually start traditions because I feel like once you start a tradition, you're supposed to maintain it for the rest of your entire life. And I just can't commit.
Have we mentioned Danae is in the moment? Traditions are not
it's hard.
an in the moment thing.
It's difficult.
Have we mentioned Aaron is a planner and likes those kind of things? Yeah, I'm kind of full up on traditions. I'm not looking for new traditions. I've got so many, both around the holidays and, just in life. New tradition I started this year was shaving every 15 pounds. I don't plan on continuing that forever, but I do plan on continuing it until I have lost the appropriate amount of weight. So, and by the way, that is not a given number. That will be decided based on other factors.
Jagged adds, my morning tradition is waking up with back pain.
That's no fun, Jagged.
That's no fun at all.
Yeah,
I hope that works its way out. Wow. Okay. We did a wonderful amount of you questions today. If we missed yours, sorry about that. Jump in next Monday. Wait, are we here next Monday?
I was just going to mention that.
Is that our day off?
Yes, we are going to go live life and do stuff on next week. So it'll be New Year's weekend. I won't be in town. Listen, we've always got the someday corollary. We can pop in whenever we want to, and we can do that. But as far as a scheduled show, let's just plan on not having a scheduled show next Monday. So yeah, I think that's fair to say since I'm out of town.
So we won't be seeing you guys until after the new year?
Mm-hmm. Which would be
whoa.
Wait, no, hold on. So Christmas, after the new... Yeah, it'll be the first show after the new year. Yeah. It'll be on the 3rd, yeah.
So just a real quick recap then. This year we launched our Twitch? Wasn't it in this 2021? Or no, it was 2020.
I'm going to be honest with you. The pandemic has absolutely crushed my ability to know when things happen or how long ago things
100%.
were. It's insane. It's insane 100%. To me that we're, because it was March 20. I don't even remember when the pandemic kind of went full force, but I think it was March 2020.
Depends on the country that you're in.
Well, it was all at the beginning of 2020, maybe, in China, end of 2019, but I think it was beginning of 2020.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, this last year has been consistent streaming on Mondays. We love that you guys are here. Massive shout out to my Twitch community. In fact, today, JCD, thank you for your gifted sub to Jagged. So you can use your emotes in the chat. And for Handy Arrow, who gave a follow, I really appreciate that. You guys usually on my side of things will see the morning DNA here on Mondays and some days, but mostly just Mondays, 9 a.m. Central every Monday, except for sometimes, where we do our little podcast chat, our little show, and then more content from me throughout the week, which will be role play. So I know some of you guys have never watched role play and some of you have only watched role play. So thanks for being here. But this last year for me with you guys specifically on the podcast community and here on our streaming community, this has been one of my most favorite things to consistently do. Mm-hmm. And Aaron, I want to thank you for making it a priority. And we're going to make Aaron cry because, as a creative person, sometimes you're like, we can just stop. And Aaron's like, no, this is important and we need to keep going and let's make it work. And so to put it on the schedule and to be an anchor for myself to come and do a show, I actually get here earlier than Aaron on some days because I'm so excited to be here. And that is a huge thing for me. I like what we're doing. And I think it's important to have the conversations that we have and be honest and open. And if you go back and listen to any of our Shoe the Dough content from the last 10 years, you're going to hear Aaron and I talking about all kinds of things from our perspective from 10 years ago. And we've grown a lot. I've grown a lot. And sharing my deep thoughts and things that I don't agree with anymore. If I was to be asked the same question today, it's an interesting journey to have. But I feel like what we all need is to have a space where you can be yourself without anybody bashing you for it. And you can just kind of have those conversations and mess up. And I want to be the kind of person that can example that. Like, I don't need to be perfect, and I'm not trying to be perfect. I love sharing my stories with you guys, and the fails and the successes and all that it's an interesting thing to do. And to put it out and be vulnerable is always a little intimidating if I really stop and think about it. But it's really easy because the community supports it. And you guys have always just been really, really positive. I mean, JCD has been in our chat for a long time. So there's people who we've seen their name and we've grown in community with them for a long time. And then to find the Twitch community and even the YouTube community and just kind of bring them together. It's just been a really, really cool year for me specifically. So just a little recap that I didn't expect to do. I really appreciate you guys a whole lot.
I did not expect that either. That was beautiful. I echo all of it. There is something about our culture that tends to honor and prioritize steadfastness and this idea of I know what I know and I'm sticking to it. And I think it is just as important to have examples of places that honor evolution and honor the idea that you can change and honor the idea that people grow and that people are different in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, because we should all aspire to continue to grow and continue to think about the things we believe, the things that we talk about, and continue to process them and interrogate them. And man, what an honor that this show has been an opportunity to do that for us. Danae, I thank you as well. You're an incredible friend and partner, and this year has been an incredible new version of this show. More than this year, actually. I think more than a year ago, we started season 6. So thank you to everybody who hangs out with us live. Thank you to those who have never, ever even seen a live show that continue to listen to the podcast as this show has evolved. And I just want you to know, appreciate you, love you, and man, we're excited about whatever 2022 is for this show. Genuinely crossing my fingers that we figure out, our patterns enough to throw in some days, and just, to start seeing you more.
We'll figure out the some days. Well, we're going to be doing some things in 2022 where we'll be present more on outlets like this at other times during the week.
Sure.
At least that's my hope. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thank you for an incredible 2021.
Yep. I'm going to send you guys over to Brush for Hire today because his stream says that he's going to be dyeing his mohawk on stream. And honestly, I just want that to be in the background for me. So it's a selfish decision on my part. Also,
nice.
It's my 10-month sub anniversary to him. And so I want to go and say hi to him today. So come along with me over there. He is currently on a potty break, but he'll be back soon. So we'll go in there together, and I will see you guys on the next Monday or Sunday. We will see you on the next Monday or Sunday in 2022.
See you next year.
Bye. Bye.